Hello.
Hi, I'm Brandy with American Income. How are you?
Good. How are you? Nice to
Good.
meet you.
Thank you. I spoke to you about the benefits and child safe ID kits endorsed by the International Union of Police Association.
Yes,
Very
yes,
good.
okay.
Good. Is Joe here too?
He sure is. Yeah.
Wonderful. They have me using my laptop, so do you mind if we sit near your kitchen table near an outlet so that I can do some quality control and get some work done faster for you?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Sure.
thank you.
Perfect.
Shall I take my shoes off?
Oh no, you're perfectly fine.
Okay.
Good to go.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right. Well, they've got me running around like crazy, so if it's okay with you, I'll just go ahead and go over the quick version with you.
Okay, sounds good.
Wonderful. Let me get this set up really quick. So how long have you guys lived here?
We've been here for about 3 years now. Well, I've been here for about 3 years. Joe's been living here all his life. He's from here.
Very good. Do you
Yeah.
guys have any family nearby?
We do. Well, I've just got my sister that lives here, and then Joe. Just got all his cousins, and
Yeah.
they just don't stop reproducing. So.
Well, it's good you have family nearby. That's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Very good. All right. Where do you guys work?
I'm a bartender at a steakhouse, and Joe's a video software engineer.
Oh, very good. That comes in
Yeah.
handy for sure.
Yeah, it's annoying. He's on, playing video games all the time.
Let me get this set up over here. So let me tell you why I'm here and explain my job.
Okay.
First, I'm going to go over your child safe ID kit and no cost benefits, and then also review any additional benefits that you're entitled to if you qualify. Okay.
Okay.
This is a two-part program. In the first part, protects your children if something happens to them. Second part protects your children if something happens to you.
Okay.
Okay, so my company, American Income, works with over 20,000 different unions, credit unions, associations, and different associations handling their additional benefits, okay?
Okay.
So because of our relationship with the International Union of Police Associations, we're able to give you the same exclusive benefits that groups like firefighters, police officers have had access to for years, okay?
Okay.
So what I'll do is just let this quick video explain about our company.
Okay.
Give you a quick introduction, and I'll get a few more things set up, if you don't mind.
Sounds good.
Okay, let me get this going here. What is that?
Your valuable benefit package, including the child safe kits you requested. American Income Life is a member of Torchmark Corporation, a financial services holding company listed on the New York Stock Exchange. We are an international company with thousands of representatives. We work with more than 20,000 organizations, including professionals such as teachers, firefighters, policemen, as well as veterans, which represent more than 2 million policyholders. When selecting an insurance company, customers want a company they can depend upon to pay claims. We have earned the A+ superior rating for overall financial strength from AM Best Company, one of the country's oldest and most respected insurance ratings companies. Your representative will show you the valuable offers and benefits available to you today.
All right. Very good, thank you. We'll just set this aside for now.
Okay.
Okay, so Joe and Mary, I've got your child safe ID kits.
Okay.
I'm sure you know families with children.
Yes.
This is what this is all about.
Yes.
American Income, this kit that is provided by American Income is one of the most comprehensive on the market and gives police what they need to help find a missing child, okay?
Okay.
You can only get these from a visit from someone like myself. And what we'll do is, you have 2 children, correct?
Yes, I have
Okay.
2 children.
Okay, perfect. So I've got 2 kits here for them. And let me just briefly explain on this kit. And I would say have a pen and pencil, something permanent, something that you can, erase. When you fill this out, this first part is going to be information about the child. Make sure that things are permanent, like their name, date of birth, blood type, or whatever. Put that in pen.
Okay.
Everything else in pencil, just in case it changes. You can erase it and update it.
Sounds good.
Inside is the ink blot strips that you open up, and it has one for each hand. You'll just roll it on and then roll it in the respective spots for the fingertips. Over here, we've got the little diagram of the body. Just mark any discernible qualities about the child. If there's a birthmark, glasses, braces, whatever. And this box over here adjacent to the diagram, just write the details out.
Okay.
What it is, if it's a birthmark, scar, or whatever, okay?
Sounds good.
On this here, you'll put a sample of their DNA. Maybe put it in a little plastic baggie. I would
Okay.
use a tooth, fingernail clippings, or hair follicle,
Okay.
okay? And if from the hair, pull it from the root so that you can get the DNA from the root, okay?
Okay.
Here, we've got a place to put their picture. If they're in school, I would say just use the school picture that they have. If they're preschool or like 5 or below, I would say do a new picture maybe every 6 months,
Okay.
just to give the facial qualities, give them updates and stuff, okay? Keep this in a safe place, bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Keep this in a safe place. Now you'll know where it is. I know it. It's bad. My eyes are all red today. Okay, so I'll put this here. Give you these. So this is side for you. Now,
Okay.
you know, every time you turn on the news, you hear about human trafficking,
Oh, yeah.
kidnapping, child running away from home.
Horrible.
I'm sure if you knew a child that was missing, you'd want their parents to have these kits as well.
Of
I'm sure.
course,
I can't
yes.
even imagine. What we've done through our partnership, as endorsed by the International Union of Police Associations to handle the program,
Mhm.
we're able to get this kit out to and up to 10 families with children.
Okay.
Who is the first family you'd like to get this kit to? Because it helps protect the community, my dear.
Well, in that case, I definitely want to go ahead and put, Joe's cousin Raul. I'm really close with his wife, and we do play dates together.
And what's his wife's name?
Her name is Yesenia.
Okay. And how many kiddos do they have?
They have three.
3, okay. And what was the last name? I apologize for asking.
Rodriguez.
Okay, Rodriguez. Okay. And are they in Austin?
They are here in Austin. They actually live right down the street.
Oh, awesome. Okay. And what's their telephone number?
Give me 1 second. It's gonna be area code 512-712-8113.
Perfect. Okay. Who else can we put on here?
That I can think of right off my head, I would say, my coworker. I hang out with her and her kids all the time.
Okay.
Her name is Victoria.
Okay. Last name?
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Okay. And how many kiddos did you say she
She
has?
has 2.
2. Okay. Because what we want to do is get this kid out to them and also go over some no-cost benefits with them that we can help, since you're sponsoring them in the program, okay?
Okay.
And they are in Austin as well.
Yes.
And what's the telephone number?
512
Mhm.
824
Okay.
6914.
All right. And let's see, who else can we get? You mentioned about Joe's cousins that have lots of kiddos.
I mean, they're a little sketchy. Like, I don't really know if they would feel comfortable with me giving their numbers out. you know
Okay.
what I mean?
Well, what we do with the program is assign you a little bit of homework before I leave, and it lets you contact them first.
Mhm.
We won't contact them until you do. So what you do with the homework is let them know that I'll call them in a couple days. Gives them a heads up, Gives them a heads up and lets them know so they're not surprised when I call. Because it's
Okay.
here to help the community and them.
Well, I guess we can put his cousin Margaret.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to call her. She's a little, I'm gonna have to call her first. and
Okay.
let
Well, I'll give you
her
this
know.
list. You can just put her information down. I'll give you this list. You can contact her, and then if you like, I can even contact you first before I call. But at least
Okay.
you'll let her know. What's Margaret's last name?
Also Rodriguez. They're all Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. Okay.
Yeah.
And she was the cousin.
Yes.
Okay. You're in Austin. And what's the telephone number?
Her number is 512
Mhm.
425 6914.
Perfect. And how many kiddos does she have?
She's 2.
2. Okay. All right. Who else can we get here?
I mean, that's all I really associate with as far as, Raul's family.
Mhm.
He's got a lot of family, but they're not really, we like to keep good company, and so I don't really associate myself with them,
Or maybe a neighbor
Um,
with kids that your kiddos play with in the neighborhood.
well, I mean, I guess, I don't really know if she'd feel comfortable with it. I mean, we do go to the park all the time together, but I don't know if she'd feel comfortable with me just giving out her number.
Well, we could call her sometime, or you can call her just with the homework, like I said, or we can call from the appointment, and you can give her a heads up now, or we can just
Okay, I mean, I guess I can mention it to her. Her name is Cynthia.
Cynthia. And her last name?
Her last name is Lopez.
Lopez. Okay. And she's got 2 kids.
No, she's got 3 kids.
3 kids, and this is a neighbor. And she's here in Austin. What's her telephone number?
512
Mhm.
425
Okay.
5544.
Perfect. Who's next? This is I'm so excited about this.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna do neighbors, we can do my other neighbor too. Her name is Rochelle.
Rochelle. Okay. And her last name?
Is oh man, I always forget her last name. It's a weird one. Something like Hetzel or something. Hetvel.
Okay. She's a neighbor. And how many kids does she have?
She's got just one.
Child. Okay. And that's Austin. What's her telephone number?
I actually don't know her telephone number. I don't have it, but she does live right next door, and I can talk to her about it.
Okay, so I'm gonna put on next door, and I've got your address and everything, and if you'll talk to her about it, and I can just come stop by, if I get on the telephone, or I can give her a call, or you can get her number, but I've got it here, I can either stop by or.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Well, I'm gonna have to probably call you because I have to talk to her first, and I don't have her phone number, and we usually just meet up at the park.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but I will talk to her about
Well,
it.
and I'll also follow up too whenever I'm next time, because I'm in the neighborhood, they've got me doing appointments back to back, so when I'm in the neighborhood, I can also stop by your place first,
Okay.
or even her house too, so
Okay, that
I've
should
got
be
that
fine.
right here, okay, what color is her house?
It's at green.
Green, okay, perfect. Who else can we put?
That's all I can think of right now. That we've gone play dates, hang out with children. I mean, I know some other people, yes, but I don't really talk to them, and I don't. I mean, it sounds great and all, but I don't really, I don't have the numbers, things like that. These
Well,
are the people that I
sure.
would like to have these the
Sure,
most.
and that's a big deal. We try to get this out to the community, and I'll make, whatever information you can give me, I'm happy to contact them and go over the benefits and what we do for them.
Mhm.
I'm happy to take care of that for you, so you don't
Okay.
have to do that. Because it does help everybody. It protects the children, it speeds up the process for the Amber Alert and all that with the police officers, okay?
Well, those are the people that I have names and numbers to
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
If I do think of anybody else, I can let you know.
Okay, well, as we go through some other stuff, it might jog your memory too, so.
Okay.
Just let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm just gonna set this aside for now. The next, no cost benefit is gonna be the health services discount card.
Mhm.
This is a program, as you know, that services or insurance and benefits can be taken away, or changed anytime at work.
Okay.
This gives you up to a 60% discount on eye care, hearing aids, prescription drugs, and chiropractic services. This is the basic program, okay? There's two
Okay.
different programs. It's not insurance, but this just helps supplement any cost for prescriptions, different things. Basic program is no cost, gives you up to the 60% discount.
Okay.
There's also a gold plan, which is $24.95. That is including the basic program with the additional benefits. So
Okay.
dental plan, vitamins, travel assistance, and 24-hour nurse assistance or nurse call.
Okay.
What this does is just help supplement the basic. It's once a year. It's completely up to you, okay? If you have insurance, I might just recommend the basic, okay?
Okay.
Now, this brochure has all the enrollment information, including our 1-800 number, or the 1-800 number for it, and then the website. And when you go online to set this up, there's a little promo code. Just fill that out and do that way, or you can just mail in this little sheet right here, the old-fashioned way, and just fill it out and mail it in.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll leave this with you, and that way you can look at it when I'm gone. If you have any question, this answers all the questions that you should have, okay?
Okay,
So I'll set that
perfect.
there
Sounds
for
good.
you. And the next great benefit is our accidental death and dismemberment benefit, okay?
Okay.
Now, Mary, it's a living benefit that would pay you $1,000 if for the loss of one hand, one foot, or the sight in one eye. And for Joe, this is considered, and would be double that amount too for the loss of any two, so it'd be $2,000. Now for Joe, it would be a death benefit that would pay off $2,000 in the event that, God forbid, something happened to you and you were to die accidentally.
Okay.
This would pay him the $2,000 as a death benefit. I know it's not a lot of money, but if something did happen to you, it would give him just a little extra. You can see how this would help a little bit, right?
I
Every
do,
little bit
yes.
helps. Okay.
Okay.
So what I need you to do here is, if you would sign here, Mary, acknowledging the benefits and that you're the beneficiary.
Okay.
And then Joe, he'll sign here acknowledging the benefits and that Mary's the beneficiary.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, and then one more thing I'll need on that is 2 emergency contacts. Let's put this in here real quick. This is just in the event that you and Joe die in a common accident.
Okay.
God forbid that happens either, but it's just good to always be prepared. It's wise if it's somebody you put on here that's not that lives in the local area, over 18, and does not live in the household. Okay.
Okay.
Let me put this in here. One sec here. Sorry about that. Now these little videos in here, so I gotta find out. Go past some of these. Give me 1 second.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see here. All right, now who are the 2 emergency contacts that you'd like to list?
We can go ahead and put my sister. Her name is Marissa.
Okay, Mari.
S.A.
Okay, and the last name?
Perez. P-E-R-E-Z.
All right. And she's here in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
We just need her telephone number, please.
It's area code 702.
Okay.
327 5544.
Perfect. Okay. And this is your sister.
Yes.
Okay. And what about the next one?
I guess we can put, Joe's mom.
Okay.
Her name is Gloria.
Okay.
Last name Rodriguez.
She's also here in Austin.
She sure is.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. And there's mom.
And dealing with all those children they have.
This is Joe's mom, correct?
Yeah.
I'm sure she likes to help too.
There's a lot of drama in that family. I'm sorry, Joe.
All right. Let's see here. I have that. Oh, perfect. And the telephone number, sorry.
Her telephone number is going to be 512 623 3729.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
Okie doke. So, I need your help. Can you help me with something?
Okay.
Okay. So, American Income gives me 10 of these life insurance certificates to give out to families that you've introduced me to.
Okay.
Simply an introduction. It doesn't cost anything, doesn't cost you anything or them anything. In the
Okay.
worst case scenario, it helps get them additional insurance and helps me out, okay?
Okay.
Everyone always puts their emergency contacts down because they're closest to them. So
Mhm.
aside from those 2 contacts, let's get 3 more that we can put on here and get these additional no-cost benefits out to you.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, my sister definitely needs some coverage. She's bipolar, so.
Okay, we got her down, right?
Okay.
Because she's one of the emergency
Okay.
contacts. I'm gonna go ahead and put them both down here.
Well, if you could also put down her fiance.
Okay.
Her fiance's name is Angela.
Okay.
But she likes to be called by Angie.
Okay.
She I don't know. She doesn't like her first name.
And what is her last name?
Bailey.
Bailey.
Like the liquor.
Gotcha. Okay. And her telephone number.
It's 512 428 0012.
Okay. Perfect. And I've got nurses 327 5544. Okay. Fiance. Okay. Now who else can we put on here?
I don't really know anybody else I can think of. I mean, I've got my friends on there, and they have kids, and put my sister down. I don't really have any other friends.
Or anybody at the bar? Because especially in a job like that, when you're kind of moving around and lifting, and it's good to have some extra coverage just in case.
Well, Danny's like 45. I don't even know if he has any insurance. He's so busboy. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put him down. His name's Danny.
Okay. And his last name?
Ramirez.
Okay. And he's a coworker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Austin. And what's his telephone number?
He's 512 425
Mhm.
8719.
Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Anyone else at work?
That's really all I can think of right now.
Okay. Okay. We've got a good list, so that's good. What I'm going to do
Okay.
is we've got your child safe kits and your health services discount card,
Okay.
and I'm going to give you your homework. So make sure, please, if you would, make sure and let your friends and family know. Text them or call them that I'm going to be contacting them in the next couple of days. Okay.
Okay.
Just gonna put all this here. Let's go right inside here. Okay, this over here. Okay, let me see here. This right here.
Okay.
Is it for me?
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Now, something that we've noticed with, we found out that there's families have serious gaps in their coverage, okay? We
Okay.
have, it's a 2-part program that we offer that helps handle these concerns, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's very common, and what we're out here to do is my company felt it was important enough to have me come out here and personally review this information with you. It's a huge concern for everybody, for families, okay?
Okay.
And this helps fill in some of the gaps and helps to identify what the gaps are, okay?
Okay.
All right, so what we have, first of all, let's go over just a list of concerns that are really, really common in families right now.
Okay.
So funeral and final expenses. I don't know about you, but have you handled a funeral before?
I have not, luckily
They cost
enough.
about $14,000 right now.
Oh,
So
wow, that's
expensive.
really
Yes.
expensive.
And I'm sure if you're like me, I don't have any money set aside for that if something were to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and taking out of pocket just an expense you don't plan to incur.
Okay.
Funeral homes usually want to be paid right away. So this is just a huge concern that families have right now because it's so expensive. It's almost like a small car. Okay?
Oh, wow.
And then the next thing is paycheck loss. When a member dies, their paycheck usually dies with them.
Okay.
It could be a two-income home. It could be that the husband is the breadwinner, or vice versa. This is a big deal. If somebody loses their income. That's 40 hours plus that they're losing.
Right.
So that's a huge concern. The next concern is going to be the mortgage, or if you're renting. Bottom line is you have to pay some kind of payment. Yeah. Families may take their homes, may lose their homes after a sudden death of the breadwinner. Regardless of where you live, you've got to pay something, and that's a big chunk out of your income. Okay.
Okay.
Huge concern. So this is just something
Yeah.
that we think about for sure. And this is another huge concern, big time with the children. Okay. The children's education. Benefits provided through a job are typically not permanent for children, which can create a huge risk, okay? An unexpected death could jeopardize the future education of someone wanting to go to college, a trade school, open their own business, whatever it is. It could just completely set everybody back.
Okay.
This is another huge concern.
Definitely agree.
Also, with this is the co-pays and deductibles, and lost wages for sure. Health insurance pays the doctors, but members lose wages due to time off from work and out-of-pocket expenses.
Yeah.
That can get so expensive. Doctors' bills, I mean, I could give you several testimonials about how that goes because doctors always get paid,
Right.
but we're always the ones that have to suffer, okay? So this is
You
another huge
never
concern, a life concern. The next one is also losses in pension and retirement accounts. Unexpected situations can create dramatic pension reductions that also affects your income. You know, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Huge concern for the families because this can set you completely back, almost make you homeless. I mean, it just is very critical.
Okay.
The next concern is also the terminal illness, especially cancer. According to the American Cancer Society, men have a 1 in 2 chance in the lifetime of developing or dying from cancer, and women it's 1 in 3.
Okay.
Flip of the coin, 50-50, it could happen. I mean, the statistics are staggering, it's scary. Medical expenses are the leading cause of bankruptcy in the nation. You know, usually with a cancer diagnosis specifically, the medical expenses are about $20,000 the first year.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot.
It's awful. And this is something that is, with the statistics rising, cancer's a real prevalent diagnosis. So it's something to really, it's a big deal, big concern. And the last thing is affordability. The cost to take care of these concerns on the open market is not affordable for many families, and waiting could increase the cost
Okay.
even more. I mean, the longer you wait, the more it becomes expensive. Or potentially a member may not qualify due to changes in their health. They get sick, they get older, whatever it may be, it becomes a big deal. And we work with we work with anybody that makes $7 an hour up to $47 an hour. Some are on qualified layoffs, some are working overtime. Bottom line is we want to make this program affordable for everybody, okay? So let's just say that tomorrow, Joe, you go into work and your boss tells you the business is good and we're gonna start paying you 41 hours versus 40. Now that's just 1 hour's wage, but with that, are you guys gonna go buy matching cars, Ferraris?
No.
With the 1 hour difference?
No.
Or start construction on your dream home?
Oh, I wish.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Of course not. So it's just a 1 hour's wage difference.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that though, if you guys were to go into work tomorrow and your boss says business is slow, instead of laying you or your coworkers off, we're going to send you home an hour early on Friday. So basically you're gonna get paid 39 hours versus 40. Another 1 hour's wage difference, Now with that, are you going to have the cable cut off with 1 hour's decrease in pay?
No.
Cancel dental appointments for the kids?
No.
Is it gonna take food off the table?
Probably not. No.
Okay, good. So basically, it's exactly what we say and what everybody says, that it's not that big of a difference. It's not gonna change anything,
Okay.
okay? So, complaint. Okay. Our next, no-cost benefit is the needs analysis, okay? And what this is, I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and it's gonna give me back some information, and if there's no need, it's not gonna give any recommendations.
Okay.
If there is a need, it'll list the recommendations and I will review them with you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this here. Okay, let's see. Okay.
Who knows?
Oh, hello. Just trying to think, what is my little computer doing? Okay, submit. That's what happens early in the morning?
It's okay.
Sorry about that.
I know. It's 9 a.m.
I gotta choose the state, yes, and traffic this morning was not fun. They let all the cars out at the same time. Okay, let me pull this news analysis up. Okay, here. I thought I had it all together this morning. Come on now. Okay,
User error.
it was, yes. Okay, I missed a category here. All right, well, let me put that on. of the video. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a few questions here real quick.
Okay.
All right, so we've got Joe as the male, I've got his date of birth, and Mary, what is your date of birth?
December 23rd, 1988.
Okay. Okay, and your children, their first name?
Timothy
Okay.
Rodriguez.
Oh my goodness, I'm making up my own words right now.
Mhm.
Okay. And okay. My fingers before. There we go. I think I got it. Let me see. Now it's letting me. There we go. I think it's because I misspelled the word so good.
That's okay.
All right, and Timothy's birthday?
October the 12th, 2010.
Okay.
Getting old.
Forget, I know, what's my name? Okay, and what is your next child's first name?
Her name is Liliana.
Okay. And Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we have her here, and what's her birthday?
April 25th, 2015.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let me ask you a few questions here.
Okay.
Okay. This is for the entire family. Have any of your family, you or your family members, had internal cancer in the past 2 years, breast, colon, pancreatic, or uterine?
No.
Okay. Insulin diabetes,
No.
cardiovascular, heart attack, stroke, peripheral vascular disease,
No.
currently using oxygen,
No.
terminal illness,
No.
Alzheimer's.
No.
Have you had any tobacco use or used any form of tobacco in 12 months?
Yes, I smoke.
Okay, I'll get that for you. Okay, currently on probation or parole, anybody?
No.
Okay, arrested or convicted of a DUI?
No. That's one of the reasons we don't hang out with some of Ron's family. They're troublemakers.
Now, what is your combined take-home pay, you and Joe?
I believe it's about $30,000 a month.
Okay. Okay.
He's he's in between positions right now, so I'm pulling most of the weight, unfortunately.
This is exactly why
Yeah.
we go over this, because this
He
is
started his
one
own
of those
business,
things, yeah.
so it's rough at first when you start your own business. So
Okay, now do you guys rent or own your home?
we rent,
Okay.
or I'm sorry, we own.
Okay. And approximately, do you know what your mortgage balance might be?
It's about 100,000.
Okay. And you know how many years you have left on the note or the?
Maybe about 20 years.
Okay. Perfect. And you guys work with a credit union or just a regular bank or?
Oh, we have a credit union.
Credit union. Okay, perfect. I got it. Let's express some emotions right now. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what we have is the next thing that's the next benefit is the mandatory read-off letter that I must read to you.
Okay.
Basically explains how the enrollment process works.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is just read it in a quick summary because it's a big long letter. I'll show you.
Okay.
Just summarize it for you guys. It just helps
Sounds
out.
good. Sounds good.
Okay, so it looks like this. I'll
Okay.
just kind of go over the thing. And what it basically says is that while I'm going over the benefits and you're nodding your head and saying, wow, these are great benefits, there is a need. I can see why people do this. I'm going to go ahead and ask you to apply while I'm out here today. Okay. If while I'm going through this and you're thinking to yourself, these are great benefits, but there's no need for my family right now,
Yes.
I'm going to ask you not to apply. It's
Okay.
it's a simple yes or no. Okay.
Okay.
The decision does have to be made today during your service period.
Mhm.
And that's just in fairness to those other people that would like to enroll in the program, okay?
Okay.
This has been set up like this because it's been by over 20,000 groups. It's been reviewed, renewed, and checked, renewed, yes. Anyway, it's basically set up to be a no-brainer for the members, okay?
Oh my gosh. Sorry. This video just keeps
Either
falling
yes or
over.
no. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to also ask you to do, we have our officers report form,
Okay.
which is kind of like my report card, okay?
Okay.
And what it's saying, I'd love for you to list down here, put some information about the presentation, and If you have any questions while I'm going through stuff, please be sure and ask me questions. When I'm ready, will you stop me and ask me if you have a question?
Yes.
And Joe, will you?
Yes.
Perfect, okay. This officer will go from here, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Okey doke, so, let me see here. All right. Now, so what I'm gonna do is give you an illustration, that basically says, let's just say, with, that you're going to work and you have normal group benefits. We're gonna call this job A, okay?
Okay.
I'll show you here just one second. And let's just, in job A, you're making $10.50 a week,
Okay.
okay? It's regular, same group benefits, coworkers, everything. Let's just say the next day you go to work and another job opens. We're gonna call this job B.
Okay.
Same benefits, same employees, same responsibilities, same everything.
Okay.
But with this job, you're making $10.20 a week,
Okay.
okay? Oh, something wrong with it. Okay. Okay, it's basically a 1 hour's wage difference, I apologize. As we did discuss before, right?
Okay.
Okay, you know, the 1 hour we talked about, it wouldn't make or break, it was an easy decision. So
Right.
basically what I'm gonna go over here is, our, but we're gonna review the two jobs.
Okay.
Just come to the light, okay? First of all, American Income, the first expense or the first concern is gonna be funeral and final expenses, okay?
Okay.
Now, there's a 100% need that your family, or 100% chance your family's gonna need this, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna let this video explain.
Okay.
The warmth of family is one of the most beautiful and valued things in life. For this reason, saying goodbye to a loved one can be difficult, and even more so when we are not
Not
prepared.
as good as yesterday.
The emotional distress adds to the financial burden. It can be devastating to lose the family savings or even the family inheritance. The average cost of a funeral continues to rise, and these expenses can be higher depending on where you live. Expenses become even more overwhelming when you consider that Social Security only pays a $255 death benefit, and that's if you qualify. That still leaves all of the expenses for your family to cover. The last thing we want is to leave our loved ones in this kind of situation when we perish, isn't it? That's why it is important to anticipate for future events with preparation. Otherwise, who would be responsible for those unforeseen and sometimes escalating expenses that no one is ready for? We all want our last goodbye to bring comfort and leave a loving memory of us in the hearts of our loved ones. However, these good feelings can be diminished when we do not have coverage for final expenses and a burden is presented that could mean thousands and thousands of dollars. For this situation, American Income Life recommends our whole life policy along with the Freedom of Choice certificate. The process is simple and can be used to cover your final expenses up to the face value of your policy. Your beneficiary takes the certificate to the chosen funeral home, agrees to the service details, and writes the total amount on the back, signs it, and hands the certificate to the funeral home director. When the service is needed, the funeral home director calls the number on the certificate to speak directly to a claims representative. Payment is made directly from our company to the funeral home, and the remainder, if any, is paid to the beneficiary in a lump sum check. The decision is simple, and your family deserves it. Obtain final expense coverage, which allows you to have the Freedom of Choice certificate. That way, you will help avoid many problems for your loved ones. Today, you can enjoy the tranquility of knowing, in that inevitable moment, there will be peace. If you're giving them the best today, prepare for tomorrow. Leave them only beautiful memories. Love is shown with action.
Wonderful. All right, we'll set this aside for a second. Okay, so with this, the Freedom of Choice that it was talking about in the video, this is
Okay.
the certificate that you're gonna get, okay?
Okay.
This is something that will give you, bottom line is that American Income is gonna give you, put this right here, I apologize, is gonna give both of you $15,000 for this need, okay?
Okay.
The Freedom of Choice Certificate has been set up so that it takes care of the burden for your family.
Okay.
So, okay? It's funded by whole life insurance. The Freedom of Choice basically is there when you need it, not if you need it, okay?
Okay.
It protects any additional income or insurance, anything like savings. It protects that as well, okay?
Okay.
And with your current job, both of you, you do not have it, okay?
Okay.
This is a certificate that you take to the funeral home. You can use it anywhere in the nation. And we'll go over some more details about this later, but this is something you'll keep with you today, okay?
Okay.
Put this with your stuff. Okay. The next concern is gonna be income loss, okay? And
Okay.
income protection. So God forbid that something were to happen to Joe and he were to die. You'd miss him for a long time, but you'd also miss his paycheck too, okay?
Okay.
American Income is gonna provide you with $180,000 for Mary, you and the kiddos, to replace Joe's income.
Okay.
This is either gonna be $3,000 a month for 60 months, okay, so 5 years. Now, this has been reviewed, renewed, and updated, and every 10 years, and, Mary, you can see how that 5 years of income would sure help, right?
Oh, yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, you guys currently don't have this, okay?
Okay.
Now, besides the income protection, the next thing that people want to secure for their families is their home, okay?
Okay.
With you guys having your mortgage, American Income is gonna provide $100,000. More than likely, this is something that happened if you were to die, it would be more than likely an accident
Okay.
in your working years, okay? To give the value to you guys, it's funded by accidental death and dismemberment, accidental death benefit,
Okay.
sorry. That will fund this, that way it pays out immediately,
Okay.
okay, upon somebody dying, okay? At your current job, you do not have this.
Okay.
Obviously, these are the list of concerns that we're going over that we talked about. So the next thing that is another huge concern is the children's education.
Okay.
Okay? Now, American Income is gonna provide $100,000 in the event that Joe were to accidentally die, to both your kids, or $50,000 to each of your children, okay? That helps protect their future education and, just, so they have it set aside for them in the future, okay?
Okay.
At your current job, you don't have this.
Okay.
In addition to that, each child's gonna get a $10,000 life insurance plan, that for the children that are 18 years or younger that qualify, okay?
Okay.
Now, when they turn 21, it can be converted up to, 5 times the amount, or $50,000 of, permanent life insurance with no health questions, okay?
Okay.
So you can see how your kids would thank you so much for having the foresight to have it set aside for them, okay?
Yes.
This is just a great benefit that we offer. At your current job, you guys don't have this.
Okay.
Okay, so the next income concern is lost wages, if you have to go to the doctor, the hospital, or whatever. What this is gonna do is it's gonna pay you, if you were to go to the hospital for a visit, it's gonna pay $100 for any bump, bruise, or bee sting. So
Okay.
basically any type of accident or injury, okay?
Mhm.
It's a $100 visit. Now, and $200 for an overnight stay. And God forbid, it's $400 for any visit to ICU, okay?
Okay.
Now, if you're involved in any kind of type or accident or injury and you were in the hospital, what would you not be doing?
Working.
Okay, and if you're not working, you're not
Making any money.
exactly. And are the bills still coming in?
Oh, you got it.
Ugh, exactly. I know that it's awful. It's awful. So what this does is, if you were involved in any type of accident or injury, if you were in the hospital, stayed overnight 5 days, we would pay you $1,000.
Okay.
Okay, for the 5 visits or 5 nights. In addition to that, the next benefit we would also, because all you at home receiving bills and income, your bills and income loss is what I was going to say. I apologize. We also, with that, the next benefit will pay you $10,000 for the loss of 1 foot, 1 hand, and sight in 1 eye,
Okay.
or double, or $20,000 for the loss of any 2. Okay.
Okay.
At your current job, you don't have that.
Okay.
Okay. The next thing that's a big, huge thing is the pension, loss in pension, okay? So you can, if somebody died accidentally, you could see how it would catch your family off guard. This would interrupt any kind of pension or social security accumulation, okay?
Okay.
American Income is gonna pay any surviving spouse and child anywhere from $20,000 up to $100,000 upon immediate, to set your family up. Yes, it's gonna pay out immediately, so it protects your family. Both people, yes. So $20,000 for both of you guys. I apologize, this one stumps me every time.
Okay.
And this is something that your current job you don't have, okay?
Okay.
It pays out immediately, protects your family. It's set up for the both of you to protect both of you,
Okay.
okay? While, just before you die, okay? At your current job, I know you don't have that. The next concern also is terminal illness. If for some reason, let's just say you were diagnosed with cancer, American Income is going to pay you, half of your freedom of choice and half of your income protection. So for Joe, it's gonna pay you $97.5 if you were diagnosed, this is a living benefit, it will pay you while you were living.
Okay,
And Mary, it's $34.5 for you, okay?
okay,
Now, this has been designed that you, the remainder balance will be paid off to your family. And This
Okay.
has been set up so that it takes care of your family while you're alive and after, set up for when, before you die. If
okay,
that makes any sense, I apologize.
that's okay,
At your current job, you don't have any of this, okay? But it does protect the both of you.
okay,
So no, American Income has been around for over 70 years, and we are, have an A+ financial rating. So beside, income or your insurance benefits at your job, they can be lost or taken away at any time. This is, with American Income, these benefits are permanent and portable, which means if you retire or you leave your job, you take these with you.
okay,
Your company doesn't take them away from you, okay?
mhm,
It also, in addition to that, gives you a protection for up to, on a qualified layoff, up to 3 months.
okay,
And if you're in a strike, it gives you the benefits up to 12 months so that you don't lose them, okay?
okay,
So at your current job, you don't have any of this stuff, okay?
Mhm.
It's a big deal. I'm gonna leave this stuff here, and then the, let's see. Let me, oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so Mary and Joe, in looking over this, looking at the basic software package, no, I think I got that right, that's right. Okay, looking at job A and job B, which one would you take? Which job would you guys take?
probably job B,
Okay, and job B, even if job A pays more?
yeah,
And why would job B? Because of,
cause of all the benefits,
exactly, that's what everyone says. This has been set up to be a no-brainer,
okay,
okay? Now, in addition to that, the benefits software package is recommended the basic plan, okay?
Okay.
To handle all of your concerns.
mhm,
But it's also recommending a preferred freedom of choice,
mhm,
which is 31,000,
okay,
or basically a 1 hour's wage difference per week, so an
Okay.
additional $12 per week. This is set up to cover any inflation increases, okay? It basically gives you a better rate.
okay,
It's either $30 a week for the basic or 42 for the additional coverage
okay,
to cover the what do you call it, inflation adjustment.
okay.
So with this, would you like to go? Well, yeah, with the inflation adjustment, it's $30. Okay, and would you like to go with the basic plan,
Mhm.
or would you like to do a little bit more for your family and get the inflation protection and go with the $42 a week?
I don't really know if I can do anything right now.
Well, now what I will tell you is a lot of people just go with the basic plan just to get their foot in the door,
Okay,
and then they add or adjust things later, as things become more comfortable for them.
okay, yeah, I don't really know.
Because this is basically $30 a week or $42 a week. Okay. Well, you know what? I
don't
gotta
know.
look and see if these even qualify. You
Okay.
can qualify. Okay. So
Okay,
let me look at this. Okay. So we have to make sure that you do qualify for this. So we have a list of questions,
Okay,
if that's okay with you.
okay.
Should I go these?
Questions?
okay,
Or the key-
perfect, okay.
Looks like you
Okay,
should have that.
so it looks like, I'm not an underwriter,
Mhm.
but based on the questions we've just gone over, it
Mhm.
looks like that you should qualify.
Okay,
But I do need to ask a few questions. Oh, no, basically, this goes over the enrollment process.
mhm,
Okay, yeah. Now, we know all that as we get older, it's hard to get insured, and we also a lot of times get declined, okay?
yes,
What they've done is they've set this up, American Income has set this up in three different parts, okay? The first one is standard approved. So that's basically if you have, and they're right here, standard approved, you're no risk. So you're low, you've got good health habits and age, okay? Low
Okay.
risk. That's gonna be the best plan. But as you get older, there's different risks. We've created a category in the middle called special risk. And this covers, we want this to be, everybody to be covered, so we created this category that can be anywhere. You're gonna be rated at somebody that's got the comparable health benefit or health things that you have, so you'll be basically compared apples to apples, so it's like if you were getting insurance, you'd get better rates if you didn't have any speeding tickets.
Right.
And your rates would be higher if you had speeding tickets. So
Okay.
this is what this is. This is in the middle here, okay? It gets a little bit higher as it goes up here. And the third risk is the counter offer.
mhm,
And that's when it's a last attempt to get someone insured. They've had problems getting them insured in the past. It may
Mhm.
cost, a couple extra dollars.
mhm,
If that's the case, we basically go back to the customer and let them know about it. Now, in something like this, if there were a couple of dollars adjustment, would it be okay if I just contacted you and let you know? If
Yeah.
we went through all this and it was just a few dollars more?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, and so Joe and Mary, one of the things, we wanna make sure you're happy. This is a very small rate compared to all the benefits that you get.
mhm,
A lot of times when people fill these out, they cancel, and then we can't see them again until the next service period, which is 2 to 3 years later.
Mhm.
And then they're really upset because their rates have gone up because they're older, but they're still in the same spot. They haven't done anything, but they cost more because their age is different, or they might have some kind of health risk. So as I'm going through this stuff, we want to make sure that you're happy with what we have.
Okay.
If the $130 we talked about is too much, let's just adjust it. Let's make sure, you'll make sure and let me know if something is not right, okay?
Okay,
Because I'd like to get this right for you while I'm out here today.
okay,
Because I want to make sure that when you have this, as you go, it adds more value. And then I want you to be happy every day that you did this. And you will be if we've made it comfortable for you today,
okay.
okay? Okay. Thank you for having me today.
All right, thank you.
Okay. I didn't do it today. I said, erase that part.